Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi. This doll's house, very well loved. The little girl that had this before must be called Holly because that was written everywhere. I cleaned it up, scraped all the paper off. It smelled really bad, so it must have been left somewhere damp because it was mouldy. So I used that Febreze stuff and some bicarb soda and mixed it together and left it to soak on the table. Gave it all a good scrub, washed all the furniture that came with it, and this is where I'm taking it apart so I can give every little piece a really good scrub. Excuse the garden. Since I had my up, I've done absolutely nothing in the garden. The only thing that happens now is it just gets cut down and that's it. But yeah, I'm taking the house to pieces. I'm using the big boy tool. Love the big boy tool. Oh, that sounds so wrong. Oh, mine's gone on a tangent. Yeah, so when I took the last screw out, oh my God, it just fell to pieces on me. I suppose that's the quickest way to do it. And I put the screws somewhere safe so I didn't forget where they were. That was very good. I scrubbed it all to death, and I mean scrubbed it to death. And this is where, well, actually I sanded it afterwards, and the thin back piece I had to put some weight on it because after being wet it bowed. So I've got just ordinary car spray from Poundland, £2.50 a tin I think it is. It's just what I'd got already in my stores because I store all sorts, like us crafters do, and I'm using it to make a base coat. So it's not the finished result because the finished result will not be till I've finished the whole house inside. The rooms have to be finished before I do the outside because then I can tell how it's going to work out. See, the whole theme is going to be Tim Burton films, and the house is going to be called the Burton House. I'm even going to make a sign for it. So yeah, I've spray painted it all one side, and I have to wait for this side to dry. And the next side, I think most of it's going to be like a mixture of white and black, because that's what I've got left. And again, this is not going to be the finished article. But now I've decided it's time to put it back together using the big boy tool. There's my screws. Mustn't forget my screws. Now, even if I had a plan, I would still get this wrong. For some reason, I've had this together, I'd say, altogether 6 times. Took it apart, put it together again, got it wrong. And that's continued. The first time I put it together, I forgot to put the back on, and then wondered why there was a great gap from the back. Nelly. I also forgot which way the magnet shelf should be. I also, just close the doors. I also forgot which way around the chimney pots were supposed to be. It's quite obvious, but I don't see obvious. I'm terrible. But yeah, this bit were really tough. If I'd have thought on, I'd have put just a little bit of Vaseline down the sides on the wood. That would have made it slip slide really nicely. And also I've had to put my hand through the front just to push it a little bit. And unscrew, loosen one side just to give it a bit more wiggle room so I can get it pushed down really far. And you can see I'm trying to pull it, and my hands aren't good for this. I mean, I'm barely able to hold the drill. Never mind push something that won't move. But eventually it goes just like this. Where is it going? No, plop. There we go. And I have to just squeeze it in a little bit because it's not quite sat in that groove properly. And I tighten it all up, and it fits nice, it's snug. And then go and put the roof on, which, yeah, do it again, get it the wrong way round. But of course you can't see this because I'm making sure I'm not in the shot, so you can barely see what I actually am doing. Oh dear. Yeah, I think this bit is where I've just decided the roof's on the wrong way round. Because if you don't get it the right way round, you can't fit the back on, and the roof on the front won't sit right. But I'm going to put some hinges on the roof and maybe a chain, just so that when it's holding up, it stays up. Don't know fingers getting trapped in it. I say no one's fingers, I mean mine. Yeah, definitely mine. Because this is going to be on display in my house. I will put some lights in it eventually. And I know you're supposed to put lights in first and then work around your lights, but I need to see where everything is. So I don't think I'll glue anything down that should be movable until I know exactly what I'm doing. Because like I said, this is not something I've ever done before. Not anything from scratch. Because I will be making everything. Nothing's going to be to scale. It'll be eyeball scale, basically. If it looks like it fits in the room, that's what's happening. So yeah, I've decided also the rooms aren't going to be big enough with the dividers in. So I need to make some more walls. And I've already started cutting some, but it's a bit of a struggle with the old hands, so I'm only doing them a couple of times, maybe once a week, because it really does hurt. But unless I can get these to cut down, or maybe I could sand it down with my mouse, it would be quicker. That's a possibility. But yeah, there's a little groove in there that you can slide your wall in, and then there's there's a groove at the top where you put your wall in. I don't know what it's called. My brain's just decided to run away. But yeah, I'm going to move the walls over a little bit so the rooms are better sized, because otherwise one side's too big and one side's too small. So I'm going to have 2 attic rooms, a bedroom, bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, a basement, and a garden. A garden room. Yeah. And I've kind of earmarked which film is going in which area, because they kind of jumped at me. And I've wrote down all sorts of ideas. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put me hinges up on the roof. And when everything's done inside, that should shout at me. Sorry about my finger on the screen. That should shout at me as to what I will be doing next with the house. Because I want it all to tie in together. I do want it to be a Burton film, but I don't want it to stick out as though none of the others fit. If that makes sense. I hope it all makes sense when I'm done. It's going to take a fair few weeks to do this, because I'm going to make some bits and bobs for each room before I decorate the rooms. So, but I'll do them all in order. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, they're free, comment, tell me what your thoughts are on the house, and if you like it, then thank you for watching. Bye bye.